Welcome back to another exciting episode of Nogi Bear Grappling League's videocast. I am the mouth of PGL, Eric Sperazza. I am sitting next to the Nogi Bear himself, Keith Egan. We have an exciting guest for you today. Keith, who do we have on the phone?
We got PGL veteran Howard Niego, who's set for a PGL VI. We're coming up on February 8th against a Kevin Reyes Gibbs. What's going on, Howard? How are you?
Good. Everything's good. Doing well. Thanks a lot.
How's training going? What are you up to?
Everything's going well. I'm training in a few different spots. I'm over at Renzo Gracie Academy in Manhattan. That's my primary spot. John Danaher is the main guy over there. But I'm also doing some training out in Bayside. There's a Sarah school over there. James Gonzalez is the guy that teaches over there. She's a friend of mine. We do a lot of training over there together. And finally, I'm over at Progressive in Fresh Meadows. Edward Cummings and Brandon Bennett they're both from Henzo's also, but they teach over there. So I'm got a bunch of different training partners, and I'm training in a bunch of places. And I teach at Extreme Couture. They have 2 locations, one in Astoria, Queens, and they open up a new one in Whitestone. So I teach a bunch of classes over there. I got a bunch of students. So I bounce around between all those places pretty much 6 or 7 days a week. So I've been training pretty much every day. Maybe I take a day or 2 off in a month just to recoup a little bit, but basically training every day.
So we just got off the phone. We were just on doing another video with a James Jefferson, who is an affiliate with Renzo Gracie. Are you familiar with him?
Yeah, he was trying to get me to do something with him maybe about 6 or 7 months ago, and I think it's a global proving ground or something like that. But we so far haven't been able to work something out as far as a contract. But he wanted me to do it because Ron Van Cleef is an old instructor of mine, and he works together with James Jefferson. So Ron Van Cleef told James about me because initially my background is with striking with Ron Van Cleef, kickboxing, stuff like that.
So
they wanted me to do
contract, or was it a fighter what kind of a contract?
It was a fighter contract, a three match kind of thing. Honestly, I don't remember the exact details, but I just remember thinking it wasn't worth it. What the offer was, because I was going to have to revamp all my training, and it just wasn't enough dollars to do it. I think I was supposed to go to Boston to fight Joe Lazan's brother or something like that. I don't remember exactly.
MMA or?
Yeah, it's an MMA promotion. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay. Well, let's get back to PGL. We could talk about that stuff later on.
First of all, I want to give a shout out to Whitestone. I'm from Whitestone, Queens. I lived there for a couple of years over on 25th Avenue. Went to school off of Francis Lewis Boulevard, and I worked through high school in Bayside, Queens. So first of all, it's nice to meet another brother in arms, I should say.
Yeah, I'm in Bayside right now.
Nicely done. You know the Bay Terrace Shopping Center right there.
Yeah, like 2 miles away, maybe. Not even.
Bay Terrace Shopping Center. I worked my way through high school at the Gap right there. That's right, the Gap. I went from working at the Gap to getting involved. But yeah, man, I went to school up there, and I worked up there. I moved to Jersey in '97. I originally lived down here, and then I moved up to New York, and that was my stomping ground, man. So first of all, you're in good company on this call. How about that?
Nice. That makes me feel comfortable.
So you should, because we both share the same affinity for pizza out in Astoria over at Rizzo's on Steinway Street, so you can't beat that.
Frank Rizzo.
So,
yeah, exactly. I'm a few blocks from Steinway.
That's awesome.
So brother, listen. You competed at PGL VI back in, was it October, and it didn't work out the way that you wanted it to. Do you have anything to say about that?
Well, I mean, first of all, that was the first time I was submitted since 2007. Honestly, I think I took that guy a little bit too lightly. I was thinking really about Max Bohannon. I was training for Max Bohannon, and I was just not really giving that guy enough respect for the fact that submission game is dangerous, and if you're not careful, anybody can catch you. And I just think I went in there too not giving him enough respect. And I'm versed in the lower body submission game, and Honestly, I don't even have an explanation for what happened. I kind of reacted as if it was a heel hook, even though it was an Achilles lock, and I spun. And even when you spin out of a heel hook, you know, you're supposed to go belly down and kick out, spinners out. But I just rolled. And if you do like a 360 roll, you kind of wind up back in the same position. Sometimes you make it lucky and kick your foot out. But in reality, I had Achilles lock on me, not a heel hook. So the roll is to roll out of an Achilles lock. It's not going to happen. I rolled a couple of times, and then I found myself right by the ropes, so I didn't even have a spot to roll.
Right.
So my escape was poor, and I deserved to lose. But hopefully, I expect to win this next match, and then hopefully I can get a rematch against Joe.
Right, that's
the guy I lost to.
Just so everyone knows, it's Joe DiNicola from he trains under Mark Ramos, and Ramos was just at Abu Dhabi, so his instructor's no joke. And actually, Mark had won our one of our PGL tournaments at PGL IV, I believe, which was the featherweights.
Yeah,
he won the the featherweight tournament, and he's an animal in his own right.
This is the one
no, I know. But regardless, yeah.
I love that you know we're even talking about these folks. You know, apart aside from MMA or submission grappling is such an awesome it's such an awesome way to show off your catch wrestling or your jiu-jitsu or your collegiate wrestling. I love the fact that these names are coming up in this light. I love the fact that we're talking to you right now with regard to this. I saw some old footage of you at a Naga. When was that Naga? Was that a recent Naga?
I think that was a recent one.
It was a recent Naga? Looked like you were fighting Louis C.K., by the way. I want to put that out there. That I'm almost positive the guy you were rolling with was Louis C.K. Either way, you beat him rear naked choke. It was a great video. But I'm waiting to see the next Louis C.K. stand-up to see if you're mentioned in it. So.
Yeah, I did another one recently. I won the one on... it was after the PGL. It was November, I think, 16th. I think I might have sent the clip to Keith, I remember. Yeah, but I won that one. That was later. That was after that. The other one, I think, was from April or something. I won both of them. There were two, and I won them both this year.
So and you're thinking down the line, you'd like to get a rematch with Joe at some point?
Yeah, 100%. But I feel almost embarrassed to ask for it until after the next match. I'm confident I'll win the match coming up, and then after that, then I'll ask for that rematch. Nothing warrants it yet.
Our borough is thorough.
What do you know about the next opponent?
I've come across a few of the guys from the 10th Planet. I think they know who I am. I had the black belt Louis Ho in Grappler's Quest. I don't remember when it was, but it was. He put the video online. So you could find it. If you put Louis Ho on, you'll see the match. He doesn't mention me by name. He just put John Danaher student or something like that. But anyway, that was a match I lost by 1 point to him. So it was a good match, and I really wanted to do a rematch against him. So I actually asked him to do the PGL match against me, but he declined. And I don't know if it's related to this kid taking the match. I'm not too sure, but I don't know. I'm pretty familiar with those guys. I think they're out of PA. Louis Ho is the head instructor in Canada. I think he's the only black belt in Canada of Eddie Bravo.
What's your prediction on the outcome of this one coming up with Kevin?
Positive I'll win. I don't know how, though, but I'm positive I'll win. Just,
that's Killer Queens represent. You don't know about that.
Have you been working on
that?
Have you?
I said that's Killer Queens representing. Keith doesn't know about that. He's.
Yeah, right.
Have you been working?
No, I'm just anxious.
Specifically for? Have you been working anything specifically for PGO? I mean.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I made sure that the videos of the Naga didn't go online because I didn't want to show them what I was working on. Keith knows what it was. He saw, but I'd rather not say.
No, it was nice. It was nice to tell you that. So I have Eric's going to ask you a couple questions here, and I'm going to get back to you because I got some for you.
Yeah, you know what?
Sure.
We do a little thing here at the official Nogi Bear Grappling League's video cast. We do a little one-on-one name recognition. What happens is I say something, you tell me the first thing that comes to your head, all right? So let's start off with Global Proving Ground.
Ron Van Cleef.
Dan.
That's it. You just want me to say one thing, or
that's fine. That's fine.
Whatever comes to your
mind. Comes the first thing that comes to your head. Dan Severn.
Yeah, Ron Van Cleef. I'm sorry.
Dan Severn.
UFC 4.
Nice.
Camden, New Jersey.
Grappling.
Francis Lewis Boulevard.
Restaurant.
I think
Michael Jackson.
there it is. I was waiting for one. It was either Mankini or Michael Jackson coming your way. You got Michael Jackson.
We got an M.
Michael Jackson. Thriller.
RoboCop.
Hello.
Howard, did we
Yeah,
stump you
I'm
with
here.
RoboCop?
Say that again?
Did we stump you with RoboCop? Was that the one that you got him?
Oh, no, I didn't hear you.
I thought that just blew his mind. I thought, like, I said RoboCop.
No, I went
and that was
silent
it.
for a second. What you said, RoboCop?
RoboCop. As of right now,
RoboCop.
RoboCop is the official only sponsor of the Nogi Bear Grappling League's videocast. The only sponsor we're willing to advertise is RoboCop. What's the first word that comes to your head with RoboCop?
Edward Cummings. You may not know who that is, but Edward Cummings. That's RoboCop.
You're the RoboCop guru, Edward Cummings. Explain.
He's one of the guys that training partner of mine. You're going to see him one day. He wants to do your event, so you're going to meet him.
Nicely done.
Or look him up on YouTube. You're going to see.
Yeah, I was stumped on that one.
I'm looking at Keith like, well, was he a character in the movie, man?
All right, next one.
No. That's a real life RoboCop. You're gonna meet him one day soon.
Brazilian wax.
Wow. That's a tough one. I think I got no answer on that one.
That was the one. RoboCop, we got an answer for.
We
had
stumped
no
on Brazilian wax.
Brazilian wax was.
I don't know. Yeah, you got me on that one.
Next up.
We play a little game called Who's Cuter. This is Keith's game. Who's cuter?
Ready? Who's cuter?
Who's what?
Who's cuter?
Who's cuter?
Between who?
I'm gonna give you some names.
Here it comes.
Misha Tate, Ronda Rousey.
Tate.
What? You've been spending way too much time over at Avanti's on Steinway Street. That's what it is, Howard.
I'm telling you, I'm right on that one.
That's like saying Julia Stiles is uglier than Tu Wong Fu with love.
Next up, ready?
I'm telling you, you may be wrong on this one.
Next up, we got Chris Cyborg or James Jefferson.
Wow. It's a tie.
Nicely done. All right.
China or Peggy Bundy?
Peggy.
Keith Egan or the last ring announcer at PGL?
The ball guy?
The bald guy, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to say the ball guy.
Boom! The bald guy is me, Howard. The bald guy is me. You get double points.
All right, so
double points.
Then I chose you.
All right, how about this one? Renzo Gracie or Randy Couture? Who's cuter?
I'll go with Enzo.
Yeah, he's cute. He's cute as a button.
You're right. You just want to have some hot cocoa with him and eat some Cracker
And
Jacks
I know
watch a
Couture
movie.
wears thongs. I read it in his book. He wears thongs. All right, how about this one? Howard Niego or Kevin Gibbs?
Kevin Gibbs.
Nicely done. All right.
I know my limitations.
Listen, I respect your moxie and your candor. The next time you're around the
Yeah,
show, you have to come
I
on
can
down.
accept reality.
You got to come on down to the studio here.
I got one more. Brad Pitt or Bradley Cooper?
I mean,
Brad Pitt.
all right, sold.
Nice.
I mean, he's 50 now, man. Can you believe Brad Pitt is 50?
He likes his men a little older. That's fine.
All right, whatever the case may be. Bradley Cooper's a local Philadelphia boy. Did you know that?
He is?
Yeah, he is.
He was up for talks to play the Crow for a little bit, and I wasn't too...
Listen, I can't take him seriously as the Crow after I've seen Wet Hot American Summer. If you've seen the movie Wet Hot American Summer, then you can't take Bradley Cooper seriously in any serious role.
Have you seen that one, Howard?
No, not yet, no.
Howard, back in the day, there was a sketch comedy show on MTV called The State. Do you remember that?
No, I don't remember that.
It was probably one of the funniest sketch comedy shows out there. A lot of those folks went on to do movies like, what was the Paul Rudd movie with Stifler?
I remember In Living Color.
No, that wasn't Living Color. This was better than In Living Color.
2 snaps and a twist?
2 snaps, wait, let me twist. No, so the State had a movie called Wet Hot American Summer, and it talks about, it's kind of like a spoof on like the 80s camp movies, and Bradley Cooper plays the gay play director in the JCC sleepover camp.
Oh.
And they're putting together Jesus Christ Superstar as the play. It is the funniest thing you've ever seen in your life, seeing Bradley Cooper in a pair of shorts and a sweater tied around his neck, going through the JCC camp. I got to tell you, you can watch it, you can love it, you can appreciate it, but you'll never be able to take him seriously again.
I'm going to check that out.
All right, Howard, we're happy to speak with you. We'll see you February 8th, and we're going to be at we're going to be at this MMA Expo.
Well, it's a martial arts expo.
Martial Arts Expo, January 24th, 25th, 26th in Atlantic City. If you want to come down, get your picture taken, sign some autographs, you know.
I have my guy is fighting in that card on January 24th, the Ring of Combat.
Ring of Combat card. Anyone from your school going to the Renzo Gracie Classic tournament owned by James Jefferson and Global Proving Ground?
I think some of the guys from Progressive are going there, and watch out for my guy. I'll be cornering him. His name is Olawale Bamgose. He's fighting
How do you spell that?
Michael El Sami on Ring of Combat January 24th.
Is he by chance rolling in the middleweight blue belt division?
No, he's in the Ring of Combat, the MMA event.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Yeah, the 24th.
Most
So
important,
he won't be in that one.
The ring announcer with the shaved head is safe.
Most importantly, is make sure you bring a ton of people to the AGL 7, which is on the same date as your PGL match.
Yeah, we are. There's a bunch of us coming down. We're going to come down the day before.
We need a whole army because we need some guys to compete. We need some people to compete in the free PGL Eliminator, which we have during the daytime.
We also got to pay for your T-shirts, Howard. The only way that happens is if you bring more people to AGL. You only get a bright orange staff shirt.
Yeah, the one with, and it's got an error on it too.
It's got an error. It actually says Nogi Bar on it. So I mean, if you want that one, then that's what you get if you bring nobody to AGL.
And if you bring
they misprinted it. And you should open up a bar called Nogi, and then you're set.
Nogi Bar.
The Nogi Bar. You just work out in trunks.
I like that.
Just drink in trunks.
And if you don't bring anybody, then your match is gonna be forfeited, and we're gonna put you in there with Nick Cagia.
Nick Cage using to come in there dressed like Kurt Angle.
I saw him at Naga. Yeah, he's a nice guy. He's a friendly guy.
Oh, he's
a good guy. He's at every tournament I've ever been to. He's always been there.
He's
Nick Cage is he is a nice guy. I love.
Is he competing against Dan Severn? Is that true? Because he thinks that he is.
We are working out. We're trying to work on it now.
He kind of jumped the gun on that one. Dan Severn is considering making the flight from Battle Creek, Michigan, all the way to New Jersey to check out PGL. Nick is clearly taking it seriously and starting training now.
And I hope that it works out.
I gotcha.
Because we've been talking with Dan.
My only
daily.
beef with Nick Cage is by day I'm a corporate trainer for companies, and I've always had my walkout music as the Cult of Personality. My first ring announcing gig with PGL, I hear Living Color tear into the speakers, and here comes Nick Cagia. My heart broke. I said, if I ever fight in PGL, I need a new song. I need a new song, man.
You could take his first song, which was Shimmer by Fuel.
What happened to those guys? They were good.
They just believe. You want to hear a funny story? I took my son, my little 8-year-old, to WrestleMania this year at Giant Stadium, and I'll be damned if Living Color didn't perform that song live.
Nice.
Oh, nice. They're still singing it.
Listen, they're not in spandex bicycle pants anymore, all right?
I got to see Blondie last night on TV for the New Year's Eve special.
I saw Blondie live, too. I am such a product of the New York punk scene. It's a shame. Between Living Color, Blondie, I've seen, at the very least, Marky Ramone, Blondie, Living Color, the Talking Heads, more times than I like to admit.
Debbie Harry, yeah.
Debbie
I remember.
Harry.
What's your walkout song you're coming out to for PGL? What was it? What is it?
It was Bob Seger, American Storm.
And that's this time too, right?
I like it.
I'm going to stick with that again. It brought me such good luck last time that I figured I got to go with it again.
I think that listen. To quote Here Comes the Boom. I think that there's a certain intimidation factor, a certain level of confidence, a certain level of swagger that comes along with hearing your walkout song when you walk out. I wouldn't know because Nick Cagia took mine. But hey, man.
You know what? You're gonna have to fight him for it.
Now I'm not fighting Nick Cage. That's not gonna happen.
All right, Howard. Before I close up with
Peace, Nick Cage. I love you, buddy.
I got my my main thought here. My question of the day is, main event, who wins, Tom DeBlass or Mark Tarman?
Ooh.
And why or how?
Honestly, I think I know what Tom DeBlass' game plan is going to be on this match. I just don't want to say it. I don't want to say. I don't want to say because he's affiliated with Almeida, who's close with Henzo's, and we all kind of in the same circle. I think I know what he's going to do. Let me just say this: he's going to have a different strategy than what you saw from those other two guys to get Mark Tarman to the mat. Let me just say it like that. Yeah. He'll have a completely different strategy than those guys had to get him to the mat, and he'll definitely get him to the mat. I'll tell you that for sure.
How would you take out Tarman? What would you do?
With a rhino rifle is what I would take out Tarman with. That dude's a big guy. I do not want to fight. How would you take him out? That's a great question.
Let me just say, you're not going to get him down with an upper body clinch or anything like that. You're not going to get him down like that. Let me just leave it like that. If you lock up with him the way the guy, I think Shaq was his name, Norman.
Right, he's a Henson affiliate.
That's kind of going into his game plan when you lock up with him in an upper body type of clinch, or you won't get him to the mat like that. He has too much base, wrestling experience, judo experience, so that wouldn't be the way to get him to mat. But there's other ways to get him to that, or you could go to the mat yourself and take the mat down like that. I mean, there's other ways to do it. But to lock up with him upper body is probably playing right into his kind of strength.
Would you throw him off guard by, like, nibbling on his ear a little bit, like when he's not looking? Would that
maybe like a nipple twist, something like that? That would really mess up his game, I think. That would mess up mine for sure.
Would that distract him, do you think, something like that?
He won't do that, but he will. I believe Tom DeBlass will win.
Oh no, I'm saying you. I'm saying you. Would you?
I mean, I'm not saying Tom DeBlass. I'm talking about.
Would you tickle him or
give him a little?
If you had no, definitely not.
Throw him off his game.
How would I do what?
Throw Mark Tarman off of his game. Like if he got on top of you or something like that. I mean, we're saying, would you bite his ear?
Let's take my theory on the Rhino tranquilizer rifle out of the picture. How would you throw him off his game?
Like I say, you can't go right into his wheelhouse, which is upper body clinch. You just can't do that. You have to off balance him and get him to the mat without doing that. You
need an ankle pick and a shoulder like a boulder to get that guy off.
No, I don't think you can ankle pick him either. I think he'll sprawl on you and put all his weight on you. I don't think you can ankle pick him.
I've had the displeasure of rolling with him, and it's not fun. But I will say that Mark Tarman is one of the nicest people that has ever entered the PGL ring. And I kind of feel bad for him because everybody makes him out to a villain, and people call him out left and right. I don't know what the story is.
I noticed that too. He was nice at some at the last event. He's very quiet.
I have to tell you, I would just watch UFC 168 at Miller's Ale House, and he was there with one of his old coaches, Dave Clemens, and a couple of the guys from Kenny Brock's and Judo Movement. And I kind of had Mark Tarman kind of pegged as the heel, too, in this whole thing. I know guys that have rolled with him in the novice Nogi bracket at AGL before it came out that he was a D1 wrestler, and I felt some type of way about that as a competitor.
Right.
I mean, I thought, what are you doing rolling in a novice white belt category if you're a D1 wrestler? And I kind of jumped on the heel train with everybody else. But I got to tell you something, man. I've sat and I've talked to Mark Tarman, and you guys are right, man. He is really like a genuine guy. He's a nice guy. I think that it was a coaching decision to have him just get some experience, get some ring rust off in the submission grappling world.
Right.
Now talking, in retrospect with him, but I don't think it was malicious in nature, and I actually want to put that out there live in front of our 997 epic listeners. Woo. All right, that I do think that he's a nice guy, and I was wrong in painting him as a heel a few months back. So yeah, you guys are right about that.
All right,
Howard. No, he didn't do anything. I think they asked for the match with him. He didn't call out anybody. They wanted the match with him.
He's yet to call out anybody.
I don't think he's got enough people lined up that want to.
Yeah, everyone wants a shot at that guy. And again, Rhino tranquilizer rifle. I think that is the only way to take that guy out because he's built like Fort Knox. So.
All right, Howard. Well, it was a pleasure talking with you, and I guess I'll be in touch. And we got to get you. We got to get your materials up there. And you have anything to add? Anything you'd like to say? Closing remarks?
No, I'm just looking forward to the match. I hope everyone comes out to watch. I hope there's a lot of people out there. I look forward to redeeming myself. And after this match, then I'd like to ask for that rematch, but let's wait till this is over, and then, we'll take it from there. But just thanks for the opportunity. Thanks for bringing me back. I appreciate it. And you're going to see I'm going to be in fantastic shape and very powerful, and I'm going to show you guys something on February 8th. I guarantee you 100%.
I can't wait to announce it, man.
While I got you here for one more second, I'm just let you know that SEMA is in the room right now, and I know you keep asking me about this poster, but I'm going to remind her that you've been asking for an image of you for some tweets and whatnot. So now it's on the spot. I called her out on the spot. All right, Howard. I'll catch up with you later, bud. Thanks.
Thanks so much, guys. See ya.
Bye.
Thank you, Howard.
Bye-bye.
And everybody that is watching, we got AGL coming up, which is February 8th in Sewell, New Jersey. Woo! Magical postcards. You should be getting one of these in the mail sometime soon. AGL and PGL are both February 8th. We got Mark Tarma. We got Gary Tonin. We got Juan Vasquez. We got Max Bohannon. We got the lightweight tournament, the light heavyweight tournament. Tons of matches coming up. It's going to be a good time.
Is that epic ring announcer coming back to do the job again?
The epic ring announcer is coming back better than ever.
Is Eric Sugar Rush Sparaza, the voice of PGL, coming back one more time?
And next time he's coming back to make his PGL debut. We have a match set up for him.
Let's get that hooked up. And also, by testimony of Howard here, the best looking between the two of us. So I'm taking that. Can we get a belt made for that? Can I get that belt made? The PGL best looking in the video
we'll
cast?
have to get you a medal. We'll get you
a medal, an image. Yeah, sure. Listen, we're going to see you at AGL 7. We're going to see you at the next PGL. And if you're down in the Martial Arts Expo at the end of January for the Renzo Gracie Classic Tournament, or if you're just there to shake Alan Goldberg's hand from the Kung Fu world, make sure you stop by the PGL booth and make sure you're live on this video cast with us. We're going to be broadcasting live, so keep posted.
Register for AGL. It's open to everybody. Gi, no gi, kids, women, men. Free PGL Eliminator tournament for belts. You win the PGL Eliminator tournament, you get a spot on the next PGL card.
Do you get T-shirts with registration this time around? Early registration gets you a T-shirt.
No, we do discount T-shirts.
Discount T-shirts.
Our registration is so cheap that you don't even need T-shirts.
Who needs a T-shirt?
You can buy 10 T-shirts with it.
Listen, the money that you're saving, wrestling, grappling, fighting locally, you can afford all the T-shirts you want, and they are special shirts.
Yeah, we got good T-shirts.
Epic shirts. Good quality. I wear mine around the house.
www.amateurgrappling.com. And if you want to buy tickets for PGL featuring Tom DeBlas, UFC Bellator veteran, and Mark Tarman versus Mark Tarman, www.professionalgrappling.com. I'm not going to spell it out for you if you can't spell.
Listen, you just got the inside scoop here at the Nogi Bear Grappling Studios videocast. We've got RoboCop here, shotguns and guitars, the only way we would have it. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you next time.
Welcome to New Jersey.
Boom.
Know what I mean, Vern?